Facebook Live. We are back here to teach you guys a little bit of fitness and accountability. Today, Megan will be demonstrating push-ups in a plank position. No, I'm just kidding.
Nope.
Guys, we're excited to be here. We're outside. This is where we love to be here. This is why we bought this property. So we're excited to share with you just from the outside of our house. But first of all, we just want to say thank you for being diligent and following us. And when we ask questions, doing the questions in the comments, that blesses us. It keeps us motivated to keep going and knowing that we're doing the right thing. But if you're the first time, welcome. But we just want to say part of our heart in this is to connect marriages. For one, it connects us. It continues to allow us to connect as we prepare for this, as we study for this, as we teach other marriages, as we meet with other couples. But the reason behind this is so you guys can stay connected in your own marriage.
Yep. So like you said, just number one, we want to show up for you guys, and we just ask that you guys show up, and when we ask questions, respond to the questions. When you're watching, let us know, because that's what's important to us. If we've shared something that encourages, or friends that we don't know, and we know people that need to be encouraged and inspired in their marriage.
And I also want to say that, hey, we don't have the perfect marriage here. It's a continual work. We do this because we do want the more in our marriage, and so we have made a commitment inside of our marriage to do the more, and this is the more for us. And so we're just glad that you're a part of the journey.
Yep, marriage is always worth the work and the time that we put into it.
So why don't you do your giveaways first?
Okay, so last week we shared with you guys, we talked about family gatherings, gathering with friends, and how sometimes our friends are the family that we choose. So we said we were gonna give away one dinner for four, which is us with another couple, on our back porch here at the farmhouse. And the winners for this sweet giveaway are Josh and Cammie Wellborn. Yay!
So thank you guys for being diligent and sharing. We actually put all the names in a hat, drew it out, and you guys are the winners this week.
Yep.
So it helps to participate.
It does. We love to give things away for any reason whatsoever. So we've got some fun stuff coming as well.
And one of the reasons we say participate, because that's just like in marriage. So as we ask you to participate, sometimes you don't feel like it. Sometimes you just like and you keep going. But it's just like in marriage. Sometimes that you have to do what you don't like, right?
Absolutely. It's uncomfortable.
That's right. So sometimes, men, use your words. I'm getting killed by all the women and all the comments and what y'all do and what you don't do. And men, I'm like, I have no guy friends commenting. So comment.
Guys, no more crickets, please.
That's right. That's right.
Well, tonight we're going to be talking about what it means to engage in activity and accountability when it comes to working out, and not necessarily working out, but just being active together and getting outside of our normal routines, getting away from behind the TV screens. I know for us this winter it was incredibly tempting to Netflix and just hang out and binge on TV shows in the living room. It was way more comfortable than getting up, getting dressed, going to the gym, any of those kind of things.
So I always say tonight, I just say try it. It may not be your thing, but I just say try it if it's not your thing. Because we know, even Sunday we were sitting there and our kids came over for dinner, they all left. We watched a 30-minute show and then we're like, let's go run. And we did that only because we knew we'd feel better. And we did want to. We do not like getting out and sweating and being in all that, but we did. And it allowed us to run and then walk and connect and talk, and even talk about this week. You know, God, as I was running, laid it on my heart to do that this week. So we actually were going a different direction. I felt like this is the direction that we're supposed to go. Summer's here. It's good to sweat. It's good to get outside. So just try it.
So we're kind of missing it on the Beachbody goals, but it's never too late to start. That's what I love about fitness when it comes to working out or being active. It's not necessarily about the outcome, but it is about those goals. Chad is the best about that, and it's the easiest for me to like, I'd rather have ice cream. So if you're on team ice cream or if you're on team workout, let me know. Are you team ice cream or are you team workout? Let me know in the comments.
But you know what I love about that? It's not that we want to be underwear models.
No.
You know, we're not walking, the next Facebook Live is not going to be in our swimsuit saying, here we are, we're running, follow us. That's not what we're about. But what I love about when we work out together, whether that be running or lift weights, it's a connection. And it does something, and it's, God said that our body's a temple. And so I strongly believe in taking care of the temple. That doesn't mean a six-pack ab and tank tops because you're all big and bad, but it just means that work at it, give it effort, so that we can connect with each other.
Well, and I think one of the hugest revelations that I had, and it was probably about 15 years ago in our marriage. It was right around our 10th anniversary, and we had set aside, being young and married, finances were not, we were incredibly frugal when it came to finances. So trips weren't a big expense that we were able to have, but we said every 5 years we're going to go on a trip because anniversaries are a big deal in our world. So it was approaching our 10-year anniversary, and I decided to follow his lead and to pursue some of those goals because I did have this. I want to be confident and comfortable when we go on our trip to Jamaica, and I did commit to working out with a trainer. And I remember on the other side of it, we don't look back on that season and be like, oh my gosh, you look so awesome. But it was more of how attractive it was and how confident that I felt and how attractive it was for him that I was making an effort. It wasn't necessarily that I had that picture perfect body, but it was that I was taking care of me for him. And it's a gift. We don't even realize the gift that is when we give that to our spouses. And their expectations are so much, I wouldn't say lower, but they're not what we put. His expectations of me are not what I put on him.
So women, leave your makeup off, get sweaty, it's sexy. No makeup, wet hair, wet shirt, it's sexy.
Okay,
It
there
is.
we go.
We like it. So, a big part of this is accountability. And in our marriage, we've been where the accountability spectrum has been way swung to the bad side on my part, where she would say she was going to do something. So, by gosh, I was going to make sure at 4 a.m. she got the text, hey, I hope you're going to the gym. Love you. I love you. Let me know how the gym goes. So it was me holding her accountable in a bad way. And we've now, the age and stage of our life, we do it because we love each other and we want to be the best for each other. We want to be healthy. We want to be able to see our grandkids. We want to be healthy for our grandkids. But inside the marriage, if I don't her away, but it's in the love of, hey, let's do this together. And that's the important part of dreaming together and setting goals together, so that when we hold each other accountable, it's good for both of us.
That's right. And I would say the shift happens when his accountability is rooted in his desire to cheer me on versus a desire to change me or control my behavior. I know there was a season for us in our marriage where he was incredibly committed to working out and I just wasn't. And he tried to do the sideways motivation thing where he motivated me by telling me what I want, and it
does not work.
It does not work. It depletes what confidence I do have, and it doesn't motivate me to perform. Instead, I was just like, it's fine. I don't have to anyways. I don't want to. I won't, and I won't.
And that's why it's so important that you sit down and say, is this something that we both want to do? And it may not even be the fitness goal, but it's just being active together. Being active together, as we've talked about, we love our dates of getting on the trails and walking and getting alone and, hearing God, hearing each other. And like we said, we just took a pre-marriage couple through walking on the trails. And there's something about it that allows us to be who we truly are, because we're not confined inside the walls. We're outside walking in the creation of God. And there's something about that allows us to drop who we are, the guarded of who we are.
I know, it's been so fun to watch some of you guys that we have become friends with through this whole Marriage Monday journey, just taking hikes, going on walks, going to get away at a cabin and taking time to walk and pray and just get active together, being able to make that commitment and the sacrifices that it takes to get there.
And it is a sacrifice, if your schedules don't line up, then one of you have to get up earlier or stay up later to make it together. But if the gym is not your thing, go to the trails. We live in Weatherford, Texas, and there's trails all over. We got Mineral Wells trails, we have the Weatherford trails. And so I just recommend getting to the trails first. Let that be your first. Yep. Don't worry about, I got to go get a $30 membership and I have to do all this. Yep. Although the gym members are saying, I love that, the gym owners. But start walking. We have friends tonight shot us a picture. They walked down their driveway. Hey, they have a long driveway. Yep. They connected. They were smiling in the picture. I don't know if it was fake or not. I don't think so. I think they really connected.
They really did.
And they really liked it. They said, hey, we're doing it tonight. They knew what we were talking about. So start at your house, in your neighborhood. Let that be the first. But what I love about it is the quality time. It allows us to get away from the norm and spend time that is fully focused on each other.
Yep. So we do enjoy spending time, just the two of us, doing these kind of things. But we also have friends that we do this with, people in our community. He'll have guys that he'll go run with or go ride bikes with, and I have to be able to do this in the context of community as well as in our marriages, because it gives us opportunities to have those connecting conversations. I know I am a stronger woman because of the conversations that I get to have with my running buddies. And I don't allow that to take away from what we get to spend and the time that we get to spend together on the trails or being active or working out. That's still very much a priority, but we've added that second element of, you know, instead of lunch dates, I like to do trail dates. I have one friend specifically, and we'll either meet for frozen yogurt or a walk at the trail. So there's that. But it's better than what I used to do.
That's right.
I'll tell on myself. So I had a friend, and we used to love to work out at a gym in Weatherford that had hutches across the street from the gym. And so we would text each other in the morning and be like, do you want to meet at the gym or the gym? And that meant we were going to go have fried pies instead of hit the treadmill.
2,000 calories, but who's counting?
He was.
That was in the bad part of our life, just so you know.
I was only going to the gym at that season probably to make him happy. Oh yeah, I went to the gym and walked on the treadmill for 5 minutes before I went to Hutch's and had my pie.
Yeah. But as I get older, I love the word sexy, and she's sexy. And so there's something about somebody taking care of their body to me that's super sexy, and you're sexy.
You're welcome, kids.
Thank you.
It is. It's been one of those things that has strengthened us, and when we credit some of the fun that we have together. So much of our fun happens when we go for a run or when we work out. And like I said, it doesn't mean we're perfect, and it doesn't mean we're super fit. Although that is my goal, just to have freakishly fit 40s. I'm not quite there yet, though.
Well, that's all I got, babe. You can do those push-ups now?
No push-ups here.
No push-ups. Okay. You don't want to show off. She doesn't like to show off.
I'm a little shy when it comes to that.
Yeah. Well, guys, we love you. If you haven't heard, listen, guys, if you haven't heard, we're having a marriage conference, August
2nd and 3rd.
So sign up. There's still some spots available. We are praying and believing that God's going to sell this out. And if you're listening to this, I believe you're supposed to be a part of it.
That's right.
If you're taking the time to tune in, be intentional. The cool thing is if you haven't started walking, we're right by a lake, and there's plenty of trails to walk on when we release you on Friday night. So it could be your first walk with your wife or your spouse.
That's right. And our challenge to you guys tonight, because we always love to leave you with a challenge, is do something. No matter what it is, whether you go on a bike ride, you go for a walk down your driveway, it doesn't matter. Just take a step to be active and be accountable. And by being accountable, you're going to post a picture here in this feed of you and your spouse doing something where you're getting physical, whether it's your kids or a trip to the water park together. I don't know what it is, but just choose to get outside and do something active, and then lovingly encourage each other to accountability.
And post a picture of you two doing your activity.
That's right. So you never know what we're going to give away next week when you participate. If you've heard anything that's encouraged you, we just ask you guys to share it, tag a friend. We love you guys, and we will see you next Monday.
Love you guys.